entire low carbohydrate versus low fat diet argument is so prevalent that one would think that these are the only two options available for losing weight and staying healthy. Some experts even feel that the low carb, low fat debate distractions from an even more important issue: our culture's reliance on processed and manufactured foods.
Okay. Um, Again, like you have to go off of what is written. It's not your opinion. It's not what, feels right. Do you agree with that? Do you understand why I'm saying that?
Yeah.
Okay, because like sometimes we can like throw on our own like opinions, like, like I love a low fat diet or I like a low carb diet. Um, so here's the question that pairs with this. So go
Okay.
ahead and take a look at that and see what you come up with.
Okay. The paragraph best supports the statement that. All right, I got this. Okay. So now what I know, what I think I'm gonna know is that okay. The entire low carb. Okay. The low carb. Right. All right, I got this. I got that. C.
Where does it talk about C in the passage?
It says right here that the entire low carbohydrate versus low fat diet is so prevalent that one would think that they're going to be causing losing weight and staying healthy.
Yeah, but that's just saying those are the only two options. Where does it say that low carbohydrate diets leads to significant and sustained weight loss? Does it say that anywhere in that paragraph? The answer is no, it does not.
Okay.
So it is not C. So like again, maybe that's true. Like maybe you feel like, hey, I feel a lot better when I, don't eat a bunch of bread, but you cannot go with your opinion. You have to go with what is in there.
Okay. All right.
So what's another answer that it's supported by there?
I'm thinking. Okay. It's B.
Okay, where does it say that important health concerns get overlooked when we focus exclusively on the low fat versus low carb question?
Because it says right here that some experts that even feel that the low carb and low fat debate distracts us from even more important issue.
Okay, I'm gonna choose, it is not B. I'm gonna choose
Well,
another.
it was like yesterday where their answers were in the text.
Sometimes, sometimes, they seem right because they're reasonable, but that's not how you answer these questions. If anything, that's what we're gonna keep taking away from what we're doing tonight, which is that, yeah, like maybe it's true, but that's not that's not what's in there. So let's do this one differently. Let's have you read this and then write a sentence about what is the main idea in this paragraph.
What does it mean? I need this paragraph.
So go ahead and
Okay.
read it out loud and see if you can come up with a sentence or two.
Okay. Oh, what? Okay.
Whenever you're ready, go ahead and read it out loud for us,
Yeah,
please.
every year Americans use over 1 billion sharp objects to administer healthcare in their homes. These sharp objects include lancets, needles, and sin ridges. If not disposed of,
Syringes.
mhm.
Syringes.
Yeah, if not disposed of in puncture resistant containers, they can injure sanitation workers. Sharp objects should be disposed of in hard plastic or metal containers with secure lids. The container should be clearly marked as be puncture resistant. Okay. All right. Looked into it.
All right, so I want you to write a sentence about the main idea in this paragraph. And if you need to, you can read it again.
Okay. Okay. Americans use 1 billion sharp objects for healthcare in their homes. That's the main idea.
Asking you to write a sentence, Sourish, type it in the chat. Do not repeat the words that are there directly. And it's not always the first sentence. In this case, it is not the first sentence.
Okay. Okay. Wait, what? There we go.
Sourish, I mean, you can't just write what's in the first sentence. That is not the main idea.
But I just wrote down the, okay.
The main idea comes from the rest of the paragraph. What is the rest of the paragraph about?
Rest of the paragraph about. I don't know.
Um, well, it says these sharp objects include lancets, needles, and syringes. That's describing the objects. If not disposed of, what happens? What does it say in the paragraph there if they're not disposed of? I'm just
Um,
asking you to read what's there.
you know what?
It
Yeah.
says they can injure sanitation workers.
Okay. Okay. They can
Okay.
injure. Mhm.
Where does it say that they should be disposed of?
And should be disposed of. Says that sharp objects should be disposed of. It says
Where
that
should
in
the
the,
where
it says
should
that in the it says that in the fifth sentence.
where should the sharp objects be disposed of? That's a question to you.
In hard plastic or metal containers.
Right. So the third sentence talks about the dangers of not disposing them properly. The fourth sentence says where they should be disposed of. What does the last sentence say?
The container should be clearly marked and be puncture resistant.
Why is that important?
And why is that important? It's because it is because they're just because they're disposed. That's why.
No. Why should the containers be clearly marked and be puncture resistant?
Because sharp objects um because sharp objects they're getting dangerous.
Yeah, and
And they're getting,
What happens to the sanitation workers?
they're injured.
Okay. So what is the main idea in this paragraph? Please type a sentence with the main idea of this paragraph. It comes from the third, fourth, and fifth sentences.
Okay. There.
All right, let me take a look at what you wrote. Okay, that's better. That is better. Okay. Now let's answer the question. Are you ready for the question?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna snip this question. And oops, let me get this where you can see everything. Okay. All right, here we go. So go ahead and read that question and see if you can answer it, please.
The paragraph best supports the idea that sanitation workers can be injured if they, if they, A,
Okay, so are you saying that the sanitation workers, they place the sharp objects in the containers?
do not, if they do not place sharp objects in puncture resistant containers, yes.
Okay, do the sanitation workers use the sharp objects?
No.
Okay. I mean, they might, but I think it says Americans. It's more general. It's like Americans use them. So the sanitation workers just pick up the trash. So it's not A.
All right.
So what's your next best guess?
The next best guess is okay. If they come in contact,
So you're going with letter B?
yes.
Okay, that is correct. All right. Do you want to continue working on this or do you want to work on something else tonight?
We can continue working on this.
It doesn't seem like you're very interested in this.
See, guys, I finished my SET and I'm perfectly free. So we've been working on some um Can we be working on some the trigonometry?
You're not doing trigonometry in your class.
Okay.
You're doing piecewise functions. Um,
Yeah.
so let's try this one. Go ahead and read it out loud for me, please.
Mhm. One of the missions of the Peace Corps is to help the people of interest of interested countries meet their need. Interested countries meet their need for trained men and women. People who work for the Peace Corps do so because they want to. But to keep the agency dynamic with fresh ideas, no staff member can work for the agency for more than 5 years.
Okay. So let's read a question here. And again, like you cannot use your opinion. You have to find evidence to support that.
Okay.
Because it may be that everything is true. It's just that the uh the right answer is based on what's in the passage.
The paragraph that supports the statement that the Peace Corps employees. Okay. All right.
What do you think, Sourish?
I think that B,
Okay. Why is it B?
because no, because they have to work for 5 years because it says that right there. They have to because if they want to become for part of the Peace Corps, they have to be part of the agency for more than 5 years.
Okay. It doesn't say that they must. Like it might be true, but it it and again, that's what I think you're doing here is you're using what you feel like could be true. Like A is true. You're probably highly intelligent if you're working for the Peace Corps. Okay. But is that in there? No. Does it say that they train for 5 years? No, it just says that they can work for no more than 5 years.
Okay.
So which is it? It's not A or B. Is it that they're hired it for a limited term of employment or that they have both academic and work experience? And again, you have to use what's in the paragraph, not your opinion.
Okay.
All right, Sourish, come
Okay.
on. What's the answers? It's C or D.
Okay. C or D, C or D. C.
It is C. Yes. So D is not correct because it doesn't talk anything about their academic experience. All right, couple more here. All right, this is another good paragraph for us to read. Very relevant in today's society. So, all right, whenever you're ready, if you'll read that for us out loud.
Okay. More and more office workers telecommute from offices in their own homes. The upside of telecommuting is both greater productivity and greater flexibility. Telecomers produce on average 20% more than if they were to work in an office, and their flexible schedule allows them to balance both their family and work responsibilities.
All right, good job on that. Let's try this again. What is the main idea of this paragraph? Go ahead and write a sentence in the chat, please. It is not the first sentence.
Okay. So should I write? And I'm going to write in a sentence.
Yes, could you write a sentence for us, please?
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to be writing.
All right, let's take a look at what you have written.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay to reuse some of those words. But yeah, that's pretty good. All right, let's look at a question here. All right, here is the question.
Okay. Paragraph supports a statement like telecommuters. Okay. Okay. That right there is going to be it's B.
B, so you're saying that they produce better quality work than workers who travel to the office?
Yeah.
Does it say in there that they have, where's the word quality in the paragraph? Let me know
It
if
says
you
right there
tell me.
that they produce, well, but there is productivity and greater flexibility.
That's not the same as quality. You have to go with what's in the paragraph.
It's in the paragraph. Okay.
So it's not B. I mean, it may be true, but it's not in the paragraph.
All right. Okay. That right there is gonna be that right there is gonna be that's gonna be A.
Here's letter A.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason it's not C, it doesn't say anything about um it doesn't say anything about being more flexible in their ideas. It just says that it gives the employee greater flexibility. Is
Okay.
that okay?
Yeah.
All right. Now it's not D because it actually says that they do 20% more work when they're remote compared to in an office.
Yep.
All right. Good job on that. Let's see if we can get one more in, or do you want to stop here?
Um, we can be stopping for today.
All right. Does your dad want some feedback from today, or do you
Yeah,
want us to
Dad.
do it?
All right. Thank you, Matthew.
All right. Thank you.